Hi there, I'm Joey.
I'm Jacob.
And we are watching Star Trek for the first time. Last time on Star Trek, Dr. McCoy turned into Heisenberg, and it was pretty great. Actually,
I mean, kind of, anyway.
he got the lung cancer part, just missing the meth part, so that's it. Honestly, probably one of my favorite episodes of the season so far.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, really great stuff. So, today we're watching an episode called The Tholian Web.
Tholian Web.
I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled Tholian. Tholian, I'm assuming.
God, I can't think of a different way to say it.
I think so. I don't know. I guess we'll see. We're going to get into post-episode thoughts in a second. Be sure to join us then. We're about to watch The Tholian Web. Season 3 with a surprising banger again.
Yeah.
You know, that was another really damn good episode. Got space horror at the start, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was all for that.
Some great character drama through the middle, a bit of a fun ending. I don't know, I dug it. I thought it was really cool. We focus on this, the episode begins with the disappearance of this other Starfleet ship called the Defiant. We go towards it. So I guess they had the suits on because it was shrouded in green energy, and I guess they thought it was like radiation or something, right?
Right.
But I had to laugh at the suits. The suits were really funny.
Their suits were really funny looking.
Yeah.
I compared them to space beekeeping.
True. But they see like all these like dead crew members, and it seems like they all killed each other. And
a red shirt attacked the captain.
Yeah.
We could guess it was a usual outing.
Yes, it was. This was the red shirt uprising. They were sick of getting thrown to the wolves, and they rose up. They were sick of it. But no, really, really just creepy, off-putting energy, like right from the second they're on this ship. It was really, really cool. So we learn that the ship is like slowly dissolving, and they can only send a couple people back because it's fucking with the Enterprise too. So they send Chekhov, McCoy, and Spock back, and Kirk stays behind, and he can't get brought on in time, and the whole ship disappears, and the episode becomes Kirk is dead, and we're pissing off some other aliens that we've now intruded on their territory. What now? And I really liked that a lot of this episode wasn't really spent focusing on the Tholians, even though the episode's called The Tholian Web. It wasn't really focused on that, I think, because it was more just like, this is what's happening in the background, but really it's let's hammer out these issues between our characters here, and see where that takes us. I did have one issue in that I found McCoy to be a bit out of character. I thought it could have...
He was angry. I don't know if angry is the right word here, but that's the word I'm choosing to use.
Yeah, but he was like being like especially like accusatory of Spock, and I thought like after this many episodes, we're almost halfway through season 3, after so long, and considering how we've commented on the relationship of McCoy and Spock's relationship so many times, I thought it was weird that McCoy was being especially accusatory. Like he was like, "Oh, well, you just want power, and you're afraid of giving up your captain's seat now," and it's just like that's weird. Why would you be saying that? You know that's not Spock.
That has never been Spock's MO.
Yeah,
literally never. Not even in Mirror Mirror.
Yeah, just really, really weird. But I mean, otherwise, like DeForest Kelley always gives a great performance. Meanwhile, it starts with Chekhov, but we have the thing that, I guess, the space disease that, made all the crew of the Defiant go crazy. It's starting to slowly affect the crew of the Enterprise.
And it affects Chekhov first, maybe because he visited more of the ship. Maybe because he was in more direct contact, if you will.
Yeah. And so it starts going to be like other crew members, and it's an okay backdrop. I didn't really like. And I wasn't really attached to that side of the episode, though I do wish it had gotten more attention given to it, given that, it is the whole reason the Defiant went down.
Right. And McCoy implies towards the end-ish of the episode that it's affecting more and more of the crew. Mm-hmm. His line said something, it's affect the general crew.
Yeah. Really, really interesting. Oh, also on the Tholians, because this is really like the only other thing that I wanted to mention, because I loved Spock's line when the Tholians give them a certain amount of time to leave their space, and they don't do it, and they start attacking the Enterprise, and Spock is like, the renowned Tholian punctuality. I thought that was fucking awesome. I loved that. They start making that shield of the web, the Tholian web that they're talking about there, and I loved then the Spock holds this meeting for the rest of the crew to tell them all that Kirk is dead now, and
or that is what we're going with anyway.
Yeah, and he tells them all, and there's this really great moment afterwards where Scotty just stands up, makes everyone else stand up, and they just have this moment of silence, and they leave. I loved it. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Like, if this episode was gonna play this straight, not that they would have, but like, if they played that straight, it would have been really phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still phenomenal.
It was still really good, yeah. I loved Kirk's last message. I think honestly one of Shatner's best acting performances there. I thought he was fantastic in that moment. Just this great last message to both Spock and McCoy about how they should work together and how they sort of are meant to work off each other, and it's really, really nice. I really enjoyed that. But again, also it's weird for an episode that kind of mishandles Spock and McCoy's relationship, or at least from the McCoy end of things.
Right. I mean, it is hammered out by the end again. Just
it
does feel like we sipped back to a season 1 mentality.
Yeah, definitely. Then we get Uhura sees like Kirk in a mirror. He's trying to like get at them. I think they just used the same like little bit that they shot for every time that Kirk had to appear as a hologram. He's like waving his arms really lazily with his mouth wide open in his stupid looking spacesuit whenever somebody sees him. But Uhura sees that, and I like that. The idea that initially they kind of like write it off as like, oh, well, now Uhura's going crazy just like everyone else on the ship, so let's lock her up.
Right. And
Nichelle Nichols plays that the scene specifically where she is like strapped to the bed just really, really interestingly, because she there's a genuine sadness behind her. I think that there's even a point where like you can see like tears streaming down her face because she's just like she knows that she saw Kirk and she's being treated like everyone else there. It's just a shame.
Even if like Kirk wasn't really there, like he wasn't real, but to her he was like. He was still a figment of her imagination.
Yeah.
She's still sad at the fact that she is going to maybe try to attack them. Maybe go crazy.
Yeah. I love that. Last couple things I wanted to mention. I love the antidote scene when McCoy makes the antidote.
Yeah.
And he brings it to Spock and Scotty, and he's like, "Oh, when you mix it with alcohol, it's perfectly safe to drink." And Scotty's like, "Oh, any good scotch will do." And he just fucking downs the drink. He's like, "I'll test out the rest. Don't you worry." I love Scotty so much. He's so lovable. He's great. We get Kirk back by the end. We escape the Tholian web before it's completed, which, like, man, all that time they put into making that web, and just for at the very last second to get fucked over.
I know, right?
But I found the last scene really interesting because I'm not sure what it implies.
Yeah. Because it does something really interesting that might recontextualize some things that have happened before.
Yeah.
Or at least make us question going forward.
Yeah, because Kirk is like, "Oh, well, you guys watched my last message to you, right?" And McCoy at first is like, "Oh, no, we, why would we do that?" And Spock was like, "Yeah, we didn't have the time to." And that's not like avoiding the truth. That's not omitting the truth. It's just just lying.
Yeah, Spock straight lied.
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to remember if I've been told in the show's canon, like just watching the original series, like if Vulcans can't lie,
or if they just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they just don't usually lie. Like if they just usually tell the truth.
Yeah.
Those are different ideas. I don't remember which one the show has told me at this point.
Yeah. Something to really, just think about going forward. I don't know, either that or it's a massive fuck up on the production's part, but I don't know. But still, I really enjoyed that. That was great.
Although I do like the idea that if a Vulcan lies so effectively, they would still be perfectly logical in their lie.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. Once again, season 3 it's kind of surprising me with how many actually good episodes there are. I mean, I think we have watched, like 9 episodes into the previous 2 seasons. There was a lot more good than bad. This is a bit more of an even split, I'd say. So
yeah, this is definitely more evenly split between good and bad.
Yeah. So yeah. All right, I guess that about does it. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to join us next week when we continue Star Trek: The Original Series. Until then, this has been Joey Morgan.
I'm Jacob.
Goodbye.